how do you do? My name is Froeg and welcome back to another video really, where today I shall be talking about the new maps which have got released. Now I'll be in this video giving my personal feelings about them, whether I think it's a good map, and just explaining the new maps really. Let's get straight in. This first one is called Deserted Islands. It is quite a good map, I would say. You basically start off in like this massive cookie, as you can see me going under now, and there's like a chocolate tree, and you go under, and there's chests. Now there is one little problem with this map, that if you have either the Ender chest kit or the Princess kit, which is what I have, then the chest spawns on top of the tree, which can make it awkward. Now, it's about 5 or 6 blocks to go to either an Oreo cheesecake or a strawberry cheesecake, and then not many blocks to go to mid. And in mid, there are some diamonds there, and you go through a massive sundae, like to a massive cookie, and there's candy kings sticking out, which kind of reminds me of the tribute horns a little bit. And this map, some people think it had a spelling mistake, 'cause it's spelled like deserted, but it's actually dessert, like. Yeah, there's a cookie there. So I overall think that this map is, pretty good. And I would rate it personally a 7 out of 10. Okay, so this map is called Sanctuary. And now my first feelings about this map is that it's a cross between Onion Ring, which is quite a good map, and Mothership, which was a new map that got removed a while ago because it was absolutely terrible. For the one reason that it was far too big. Like, with Mothership, it was basically a Hunger Games arena in the sky, and this is kind of what this map has sadly evolved into. Like, your islands are literally just so big that you're just going to take it everywhere. So if you're stuck at this middle island, where there are 2 chests there, and then you go to look for someone to see if they're there, like, where are they going to be? You're just like, if someone's just shifted or something over there, you just won't know where they are. And I personally think that the islands are a bit too big, and they could downsize it. I mean, it is a good idea, like with this video, with this map. But I just think with all the maps that they've released generally, they just overscaled it. I mean, look at that. Like, this is just far too big. I mean, there are some good possibilities and traps you could do with these new maps, and I'd rate this a 6 out of 10. Because although I kind of like it, and it can get fast paced. If you get one of those stupid players that just camp everywhere, then this is not going to be the map for you. So there's like rings everywhere, and another thing I want to talk about is the issue with the Ender chest and the Princess kit. It's just not good. Like, you spawn on top of You spawn on the top of the house thing on your island. That's where the chest is, so I have to parkour up there and build up to get the chest. So not the best Hypixel, should probably fix that. Okay, so this next map is called Clearing. This actually is a large map, although it takes my second favourite spot. I would rate it a 9 out of 10. I mean, I do like it. Now, one thing I do want to mention first is that this map was based off a kind of bad map, which they removed, called Haunted. Now, you can see every single point is just filled with similarities with this map. Like, with Haunted, you started off at a platform that had a little roof over it, and then you had to jump down, and then you had to build up to get to mid, which had a structure on it. So, this map is very similar to Haunted, which they did remove because it was bad. So this is kind of a remake of Haunted. Like, with Haunted, there was a ring around it, and then a house in the middle. But this new map, Clearing, they've kind of improved. It's like a mixture of Aegis and in a way, because of the ring. But I do like it. It is a good map. It is quite far to build to middle, however, and the lorries are at the middle ring, which Hypixel did a good job designing this map. Props to them for doing this, but it just is a bit too far to build to mid. Like, I know because it's a large map, they have to space it out, but it's like 5 or 6 blocks, and the islands are quite, this is not a rushing map, guys. And I personally think the house is a little oversized, like personally, like it does look really good. But it is probably oversized, which, as I've said before, is the main theme and problem with all this map. So there's 4 chests spread out around the ring at the outside, and a further 4 chests in the middle. So let's move on to the next one. So this map is called Firelink Shrine. Now, I've had a lot of mixed reviews about this map, like Really and Acidic Blitz and Technoblade, all were streaming at the same time when these maps came out 2 days ago as of recording this. Now, one of the main problems with this map, as I mentioned, like, is though being big, it is awkward. And it's not one of those maps you can just run along placing blocks if you're getting scared. There are so many little bits that you like have to go to get to mid, and it is just really an awkward map. So I don't really like it in that sense. And although it's kind of fun, it's just way too, the middle is just way too tall and with too many layers. I personally think that if they knocked a bit off the top of that, like removed a layer and made it a bit smaller, then it would be a bit better. Because if you're like here looking for the last guy and he's camped right on top of that top bit there of the broken Colosseum Rome thing, whatever this is, it's just going to be a pain. Or if you're hiding right down below, it will be quite annoying, and then the dragon will come and wreck your lives. So here's just a little overview of how you get to middle. It is really awkward, and it more reminds me of like a Sky Clash map, to be honest, if you've ever played Sky Clash, which I could do a video on. Like the way that the island is spread out, and if you knock someone off, then they just fall to another layer. It is an annoying map, but I actually kind of like it in that sense. I just wished there wasn't another layer. Like there's stairs to go up, and then there's another set of stairs behind, which lead you to the very top. And there's some diamonds there, and at the top there is a chest, anvil, and enchantment table. Now overall, this main structure in the map, although it does look great, it's just far too big to, you know, like, they've really just overscaled the middle. Although the rest of the map is quite good, although the starter islands are a bit awkward. But at least you don't have that problem if you have the Ender Chest kit or the Princess kit, which is what I use. But overall, I would rate this map probably another 7 out of 10. Okay, guys, so this next map is called Submerged. Now, you can see that it's a very awkward map to play on. There's a lot of jumbled up blocks, and it's supposed to look like a seabed. And it's okay when you get into the first layer of your spawn island. But when you go down here, like, this is just probably a personal problem with me, but it is just really annoying to access the chest. Like, it's quite similar to Dwarven in a way, that when you go down, I just like to quickly access the chest. I don't like to actually have to move, because I play in a very rushed, and I know noobs of the camper ones, but yeah, it's just kind of, I just like to go down there and grab the chest straight away. You actually have to move. Like, this is probably just me being very pedantic here, and I know I'm going to get a bit of heat for that, but that's just a personal thing, and I am actually in survival here. So then there's this ring, which is kind of present in every single one of the maps, which I do not really think they should have like done it like that. I think they should have like changed it slightly, like a Deserted Island, which is quite a decent map. So I just fall into the void here, and the ring is kind of okay, but then you get to mid, and you can see straight away in spectator mode that this is just a massive pirate ship, which is sunken into the sand, which is why they gave it the name Submerged. But when you're just like on the floor level, it's a bit difficult to notice. It's just the way that this map is so mix-matched, and just blocks are placed everywhere. It's awkward, and it's just not pretty for the eyes to look at. I remember seeing in the Hypixel forums the guy was saying it was originally just sand but added colour and contrast. I think he has overdone it. Although it does look good from a distance. Playing it, which is, because obviously you won't just be looking at this map, you'll be playing it. Playing is a bit awkward to do. So, although it does look good, it is not good to play. So yeah, guys, that does it for this episode, well, not episode, but review of this map. If you did like it, then please could you give the like button and maybe consider subscribing. And if you want to join my guild, then I have about 4 places left. It is called Team Draconic, and we're working towards guild tag. So if you want to join a good guild, then I recommend you do that. But anyways, I want you to leave your opinions of these new maps below as well. And I will be doing a video of me playing this soon. But for the second time anyways, my name has been Froeg. You guys have been epic. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, fare thee well.